Hello, Craftaholics, and if this is your first time here, it's nice to meet you. My name is Peggy. Welcome to my studio. And while we're chatting, just go ahead and click on that red subscribe button, and when the bell icon appears, click on all. That way you'll also be a Craftaholic, and you will hopefully know every time I upload a video. I am a big fan of Jennifer from Genevieve Designs. That's not hard to guess if you've seen some of my other videos. And a couple of years ago, for her birthday, Jen did a freebie in her Facebook group of a flip book. And it was really, really cool. And I decided, though, to take it and do a twist on it, and maybe take that flip book and turn it into like a Christmas shopping companion, I guess you could say, for your purse. So this is, and to get this pattern, you will have to become a member of her Facebook group, and I will link that below. But what it entailed was it had, and there was a couple other things added in. This is a large and a small envelope that could actually be used. Let me see. I know I should have been more prepared. Here they are. I made a couple just playing around. That's the large one that the flip book fits in there. And then there's also a smaller one that can hold like gift cards or whatever. But those are what the two envelopes look like. Then there is well, let me show you paper-wise too as I'm showing these. So we're going to use the envelope as the cover for our flip book, like this. Okay. I just removed the side pieces. That you'll find out about a little bit. This was a little folder, a notepad folder. It held a notepad, and there's a little pocket. Okay, we're also going to be using that. Like I said, she included all of these into that one big freebie file, which is, it's just really, really cool. Anyway, I know I said that already. Next page. Okay, this is actually a post-it note holder, but I'm not using that today. This is the actual cover of the flip book, which is this piece, and all I did was I cut off the two little flaps. Okay, so we're going to use that today. Next page over, we have some different pockets, and these are made this way, like with the 4 flaps, so you can either cut this off and have these sides for your pockets. You can cut a top off and have a long pocket. You can use it as a flip out. There's many, many things that you can do. The pieces that she makes, even in her albums, are so versatile. It's crazy. But I am using, let me see. That doesn't go aside for a second. I am using this little pocket. And I also made the same pocket, but I added about 1/8 of an inch all the way around. So I have like a little bit more room in a pocket. So that is that. I made 2 of those also. Just in case I need a pocket to hold anything else. And I as you can see, I scored, prep, taped everything to make it kind of cut down on the time. This is the actual pages. So like when you have the cover, if you don't cut off the ends, you can cut this in half and attach one to each so you have your flip. Or you can attach the whole thing to, it could be a booklet, pages, whatever you want to do. Attach, separate it, whatever. This is actually paper from a Michael's pad. Christmas plaids or holiday plaids, I think it was. But I cut the whole piece out. I scored it in the middle. And I just took some plain copy paper. And we're going to make 2 little booklets out of that. And she also has, if you use it as a flip book, you can cut out some of these spools, and you can either put ribbon or lace around those. There's tabs that you can use. And then, oops, my book keeps falling apart. These can be tags, or you can fold it into a booklet, and they actually fit nicely. They were made to fit into there. Another little pocket, some more little tabs, and then this in an album. I couldn't figure out how to put it and use it in the shopping helper, but this is actually a little mini waterfall. So you would cut it out, you would score both lines, fold it, and then it would sit kind of like that in your book. It's a little mini waterfall. So, and all of her pieces, these are made, you can print directly on like your pattern paper and just cut it out. But I use mine like traceable templates because I don't have inks like to ink around edges. I don't have any of those. And like as you can see, Jen pre-inks everything. But I would still have white edges because, like I said, I don't have anything to ink them with. So I just use them as cut up like templates. Okay, that is that. I am using from Echo Park their Merry and Bright collection. Sorry about the glare. This one is still in the package, as you can see. Duh. But I got this at Tuesday Morning for $5.99, and it's really, really cute. I mean, I can kind of hold it up so you can see the papers. They're really, really cute. And of course, it has a page with a plethora of stickers. So we'll be using some of these too. We're not gonna really decorate because it is just gonna go in your purse. But it still has to look cute, right? So we'll get to that. Okay. One thing that we're going to need is for the little folder, the little notebook holder. We are going to be making a little tablet that's going to look like this. And I've already made mine because it takes a little while to dry. But all I did, I took a piece of 110-pound cardstock, and I took some regular, just regular copy paper. And this is, let me see, 4 1/4 by 5 1/4. And I think it's just like a 1/4 inch thick. I just kind of measured. I was holding the paper actually in here to measure it. But what you do is you take your paper and you take your 110-pound cardstock. Now you don't have to put that on the back. I just thought it was easier. You can glue the pad like right in. But these are actually clothespins from Dollar Tree, but they're really, really good as clamps. You just line up your paper and you clamp them really, really good so they hold nice. Like this. And then I just kind of stand mine up like between glasses or something. And then all you do, it's so simple. You just take rubber cement, which I got this at Walmart. Actually, the hubs got it for me at Walmart. And you just put a layer of rubber cement on the top. And then I have this little silicone spatula. And I'm sorry I keep like getting in the shot. I apologize. But you just kind of smush it down in like this. Let it dry. And I put like a couple coats. That's why it's kind of yellowy looking. But when it dries, and like I said, I let this dry overnight. So it would be really, because otherwise it's really sticky. You're going to have some glue hang over. Kind of like, well, got a little bit on the back. All you do, just take the first sheet and rip it off. And you got a nice clean tablet. So we will need one of those. But like I said, make it first so it can sit aside and start to dry. Now you don't have to put like 3 or 4 coats, whatever I did on top. I was just seeing how many would work. But you only need like maybe 2 coats, if that. So, but make that first and put it aside. Okay. Now the first thing we're going to do is put our cover together. And I'm not sure I haven't figured out a closure. Well, I think I'm actually going to use a snap as a closure. But I'm not sure where to put it yet, so I'm going to wait for that for last. But what I did, I don't know why I have those in my hand. Like I said, I've already cut, scored, burnished, and I actually added tape to everything. So for my cover, isn't that bright? That'll wake you up in the morning. It's kind of funny because they put on this nice subdued plaid, and then you've got, bam! But anyway. These are going to stick together this way. And then when I'm ready to put my closure on, so I'm going to put a snap right in here. What I did to add a little more stability actually to the front. I don't know why I squeak. I am so sorry, guys. I do that all the time. I have this piece of cardstock I cut out that I'm just going to glue around the sides and the bottom. And it's actually going to create a pocket. So you'll have that to put like receipts or something in when you're shopping. Like I said, I'm waiting for this till the end because I'm not sure where to put my snap on this piece. So I will just wait it out, no big deal. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do, and we're gonna use some glue stick too, sorry, that's way across the table from me, to give us a little bit, that little bit of wiggle room. Otherwise, I mean, supplies, all you really need, oh, sorry guys, I gotta get a drink. It is dry in the desert today. All you need is a paper trimmer if you want one. The way Jen's templates, let me go back to that for just a second. Sorry, guys. Guys, gals, if it's offensive to say guys, let me know. I saw a video about that the other day, and it was kind of silly, but if you find it offensive, let me know. I'll find another word. You crafties or something. Sorry. But her templates, they are all hand-drawn. They're not done digitally. They're not made to go in a Cricut, although there is a trick you can do to get them in a Cricut. I've done it before. But they are hand-drawn. So when you cut them out and go to put them together, they're not perfect, and they're made that way. And trust me, somebody with a strong A-type personality, who I've actually had surgeries because of stress, to get that in my head that it doesn't have to be perfect, it ain't easy. But it's handmade. Like I've said before in the past, it's handmade. If it was perfect, it'd be a machine. But we make our things with love, and sometimes, we're human. We have flaws. Whatever. Moving right along, I'm off my soapbox now. Okay, the easiest way, instead of trying to look this way to match it up, because that ain't happening, I'm going to do actually, I'm going to fold this little bit over. And my plaid does not match up, and I did add some glue stick, as you guys saw. My plaid does not match up just because those pieces aren't long enough to cut. If I could have cut one, hold on a second, it's stuck. Oh, it off of there. Okay, I need my glasses. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what is wrong. I did not cough until I hit, record. Anyway, let me add a little more glue stick to that. Okay. Jeez Louise. Anyway, sometime I'm going to say that, and like somebody named Louise is going to come to the door and go, "What do you want? You keep calling me." Anyway, let's see. I'm just going to line these up, making sure my bottom lines up. Here's my side. Okay. And instantly you have a cover. Pretty cool, huh? Darn it. Anyway. And I don't want to start this over because I don't have any other paper to use. I've used it all. So bear with me, okay? All right, there is that part. And like I said, I don't know where to put the closure yet on this side, so I'm waiting to work on that part. What I have for in here, we can put this aside for a second, is my little notepad holder, which I think I had actually thought about making a pocket to sit this in. But I'm not sure about that. So what I'm going to do, this is easy, just undo it, you fold them up. Now when you're making something like this, and the reason I did it with the lights on the outside, because I wanted these on the outside, but when you flip it up, it would have been upside down. So, if the presents are right here, when you flip it up, they would have been like this, upside down. So watch that when you are using a directional paper, because you may come up with a perfect idea and you get done, because it's happened to me, and you go, crap. So there are ways to fix it. I mean, you can either cut another one or you can put something over it, but it's easier just to do it once and be done. So that is my pad, my little pad holder. And then, like I said, I made this with the 110-pound cardstock. This is just left over from the advent calendar, and just to slide in there like that. And that's going to go into my little book. And I figured I'm going to glue it in. I just pull out the tablet when I need it. But like I said, you could make a pocket to stick that in, and I may do that sometime in the future if I make something else out of this whole set of templates. But for now, we're going to leave that, and that gives me some stability to work with here. I'm going to take that, and what I'm going to do, it is going to get stuck here, stuck down, like that. Okay, and then on top of it is going to be the part that is the flip book, like this. I'm hoping, I had not put one of these together, so in theory, all of this is going to work out really, really good and look really, really awesome. So we shall see. But let me add some tape on here. As you can see, I've worked it really, really well. It's actually getting a little flimsy, but if that's the case and you're afraid of that, all you have to do is take like either some coordinating cardstock and put it in the middle and maybe on the outside, but it's actually going to be stuck to here. I guess I would do that if I was putting it in a pocket, just to give that a little more strength there. This is just 1/4 inch double-sided tape that I'm going to put down here. Or you can use glue, no big, either or. It does not matter. You can even use glue stick if you need to. Go, and my scissors are the big set. Here we go. Ugh. But how's everybody doing? I hope you're all doing well. Sorry I haven't been around. I've had some issues going on that some of you are aware of. Hopefully all of that is over and I can get going with all of this because I'm excited with Christmas coming. I've got a lot of stuff I'm working on, so hopefully it will be good. Okay, take this off. I cannot find any of my pokey tools, so they're here somewhere. Just need to find those. Well, that was not the smartest thing to do now, was it? There we go. So I can reduce the risk of stabbing myself with a knife, but goodness. I'm like out of practice here. Let me get that all the way to the end. Okay, so this I'm going to fold up this way as I lay this down and kind of press it in. Trying to center it. Not easy with not being able to get your head over the top of it, but okay, I think that's pretty well. It's good enough for me anyway. Okay, then we're going to just make sure that sticks down really, really well. Okay, there's that part. And then let's take, this is, which actually the cover of the flip book. And we are going to first put pockets in. Should I put the pockets in first? You know what? Let's put it in first. Okay. I'm going to use, find a little bit wider tape. I have all kinds here. You name it, I got it. Okay. This is, I think it's like 3/8. I'm not sure. Even though it's a 1/2 inch score, 1/2 inch tape is usually too large because when you fold and burnish your score lines, you lose a little bit of the size of that area. Like I said, if you're doing glue, you can definitely do side to side. Make sure you get full coverage. I'll put the tape down. I'm going to burnish it with my bone folder. This is a pretty quick one, as you can see. It's a pretty quick project. When it's all prepped. But, okay, now this one, again, we're going in. This is the part, it's not that easy to line up the second piece. Let's try doing it this way. And I'm making sure to stay under that score line so everything will fold properly. Okay. I should have checked it first, but there we go. And see, from up above, looks pretty cute so far, huh? And again, you can strengthen any of this with more cardstock if you'd like to. So I'm not going all out with it, simply because it's made of paper and it probably is only going to survive 1 year in my purse for Christmas. You never know. So that's the only reason I didn't go ahead and do like really thick cardstock and matting it and everything. That's the only reason. Okay, I can actually, well, let's put the stuff inside, then we'll see about putting on that snap. So I was thinking on this side to put the little, yeah, the little tablets, the little pads when we get those together, once we get those together. And I'm going to peel off all my backing. So guys, let me know in the comments what y'all are working on. If you're doing a lot of Christmas crafting yet, or if you're big Halloween or fall crafters. Let me know, because I'm curious. I don't really do much for Halloween, because, sorry guys, but I'm not really a Halloween kind of person. I like fall, but Halloween is just not my thing. And except when the kids were little, that's different. But as an adult, it's really not my thing. As an adult and an empty nester, not my thing. So, but let me know if you guys are working on anything. I'd be interested to see it. And I hope you guys do know that I do have a Facebook group, Mrs. Izzy's, what is it called, people? Mrs. Izzy's Crafty Hangout, that's it. Jeez Louise. Yep, here comes Louise. Anyway, and they're like, show me, I'd mainly like to see if you make my projects, but show me like anything you're working on. I'm just curious to see. It's fun to see what other people do. And see what kind of ideas you come up with and how your brain works and all that fun stuff. This is probably easier just to put the bottom piece on first, but, you know, I'm a glutton for punishment today, apparently. So, I would just do it this way and make sure everything will still close. It is fine. Okay. And that's another reason you should always dry fit stuff before you go ahead and put your glue or tape on. Or at least undo your tape. You know, just to make sure it fits. So there's that. And then just the plain flat. We'll do the flat one next. And like I said, easy way to do these. Line it up in between the end and right under your score line. There. And then just go ahead and take the ends off here, these two sides. Okay. Fold over. All right, there you go with that one. And let's see. We can probably figure out that snap now. Okay, what I want to do, I'm thinking, is that I'm going to put a plastic snap in. I'm going to put a green one in. Let's do that real quick. I just wanted to wait till I had some things in there to kind of take up some of the space so I could see better. This is a plastic snap. And this is what you used to put them in with. I got this, I think, on Amazon. But they have Amazon, AliExpress, you name it, they got them. Even Walmart has them. And a set to close something is in 4 pieces. You have 2 of the little button-looking pieces that have the little prong. And then you have a female end, and you have a male end, like that. Okay, and what I usually do is I will take my stuff is just flying at me again. I take my We Are Memory Keepers punch here, my eyelet setter that also has the 1/8 and the 3/16. I'm gonna use the 1/8. I'm gonna go up probably, I'll try to get it in the middle, about a 1/2 inch up. And what I do is I find my pencil. No, there it is. Okay. And what I do is I close what I'm going to put the snap on. And I try to figure out I'm thinking it's going to be right about there. It's a little difficult to do this way, honestly, but let's just make sure. I think yeah, we're gonna go with the second one I made because it's actually in the middle. Okay, then I just take this and I make another hole right where my pencil went. And if you have other pencil marks, don't worry about it because they're gonna be covered up anyway. And it is a little difficult in this light to see. Let me see, where am I? Ah, come on. Pretty good, pretty close. Okay. I like to put the male end, like the open part, on the bottom, and I like the snap part, like the female part, or the male part, to go in. So female, sorry, down here, and male on the top. Just like an actual snap is. The part that sticks out is the part you push in. So all you do, and these are very, very, very simple. You take the part that looks like a button. It comes up through the bottom like that. And I take my female part here. And I just say male and female from my dad was a tool maker and stuff, and I work with a lot of tools. You know, male-female connections. Okay, then when that's in, you take your little pliers that are squeaky, and there's, in this black part here, there's a little cup. You make sure that the button part is in that cup, and that the clear part, I'm hoping you can see this, is right over, covering that other piece. And all you do, you squeeze. There you go. It's right there. Very, very easy. Oh, that's flopping out. Our little notepad is flopping out. And then the top part, the little button goes on the top. And then the other half, the female, or the male half goes down like that. And I just kind of push them, kind of push them on a little bit. And again, see if I can do this so you can see it. The black goes right over. It cups that, and then the top goes right over that. And then you squeeze. And that quickly, you have a snap. Now, what you can do, if you're planning on making this to last a long time, again, you might want to reinforce these areas so they don't rip from the snap. But mine's just, like I said, I'm only planning on using it this year. But there's that part. Now I can go ahead and put in my little front pocket piece here, which I'm just going to use glue because you can use tape if you want to. But remember, when you put tape down, tape never dries. It stays a tacky adhesive. So anything you put in could get stuck to your tape and rip. If you use glue, glue dries, and there you go. And naturally, nothing can get stuck on dry glue. So I'm going to take, I just happen to have some Fabri-Tac here. And I am going to just put a thin bead. Sorry, I keep going out of frame. And I have my tape down showing me where I'm in frame and where I'm not. And I'm still going out. Just a thin bead, because I know Fabri-Tac would have, it's a pretty strong glue. You can use any kind you want. Barely art glitter glue, reptile glue, whatever is your fave. Because I just a little bit, and then if my hands will work, okay, I'm going to hold that up like that. I'm going to butt this right in. Press it down a little bit. It's going to make sure that it's going to fit, and it is fine. Then I got that little bit of wiggle room just to make sure it's nice and even. And you know what? Even if it's not, it's fine. Even if it's not even, it's good. And press all that down. So now I have a pocket here that I can put receipts or whatever in quickly. Then on the inside, I found in one of her other, I think it was her Stack the Deck Genevieve Designs. I think it was her Stack the Deck album. She had this really, really cute little envelope. So I figured I would just use the same paper in reverse and just make, I cut this down a little bit more myself just to, but this is also good for like cash or whatever you're going to need to store while you're out shopping. And I'm not sure if this is going to work. I did the snap only on this one instead of trying to go around both. So we're going to see if I can tape that down really good. We'll see. We'll see if it holds. It should be okay. Just in case, I'm going to put some, come on, baby. Put a little bit of Fabri-Tac just right there, just to kind of make sure that holds there. Okay, I'm just going to close that up right there. And even if that part opens, it's not like anything's going to spill out because it's not like the bottom, God forbid. All right, another piece of, just fold that up. And there's that. I love my snaps. They're so fun. I think if you guys want me to do like a series on projects and things that you can like make with the snaps and maybe like laminated papers or whatever, let me know down below. Ho ho. I don't know. Anyway, I was on a roll there. I'm just going to tape, or I think I'll just glue this in with some Fabri-Tac. You don't have to. You could, again, you can make another pocket and you could just slide that in there. But I thought this, like I said, would be good to hold just little things. Again, maybe if you have some cash or if you know, just need a little pocket for something. And of course, if you make this, none of this even has to go. You do whatever is going to work for you. I'm just trying to show you some ideas of what you can use. It's funny to hear my husband walking around upstairs. I asked him to go up there while I was doing this because I'm still nervous to record in front of him. I don't know. Anyway, let's try to center this here. Awesome. And I'm fighting two snaps. That's a little touchy there, but it'll work. No problem. Okay, we have that. All right. Next up, I made these couple extra little pockets just to throw in here or there in case there's something. Maybe if you have a couple gift cards that you buy that you want to store them in here, you know, until you get home or whatever. That's what these are for, or just anything. I even thought maybe if there's a credit card you want to keep handy, you could put it in there, whatever. Okay. Oops. There we go. That went up really well. And I think I will put this one here on the back because the green, that would be, I think, a little painful to the eye. So we will put, my pin wants to stick to me. I need to clean it off really well. I'm just going to put some Fabri-Tac again, any kind of glue, just around the edges. Mine is jammed a little bit here. Okay. Kind of lay it down in the middle. There we go. Little pocket for something there. And we've got our other little pocket that, let's see. Maybe just stick it right there in the front. That'll work. And again, like I said, these are not necessary. But I just thought it'd be a good idea to have. Okay. Really, really simple. And if it's not even like mine, no big deal. You can always trim and work it. So, okay, well, let's do it. If I wasn't looking in the right spot. So my bottom is off, so I'm going to trim the bottom a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to kind of pull my pocket over just a tad to kind of try to meet at the end there. like so it's even. Then I'm just going to, there you go, pull my score line and change my score a little bit. Okay, and again, I'm going to put some Fabri-Tac on this. And I'm going to unclog this. Should have done that beforehand, but I did not know it was clogged. So, that's better, it's coming out better. Okay, there's that one. Okay, so we are almost done, peeps. Okay, so there is all of that. Now what we're gonna do is make our little pads. And you can go like to Dollar Tree or something and buy like a little tablet or like the little pads that they have there to go in the one pocket. But I just thought it'd be fun to make them. So what we're gonna do, I have these cute little clips that I got at Walmart. I'm going to make sure that my paper is centered like at the bottom or at the top, whichever one. Okay. And then I'm going to put a clip, one on each side like this. See, and I can always trim off anything excess. Okay, we're going to do it this way. Now you can, if you do not have where's mine? A crocodile big bite, which is this big one, which is also an eyelet setter that has the 1/8 and the 3/16 hole punches in it. You can actually take a pokey tool if you have one, and here's the eraser for that we got at Dollar Tree for the gum erasers. You can put that down, put your book on it to poke your holes. Never go right into a table, it won't work, and you'll just ruin your blade in the table, your pokey tool in the table. But you can do that if you don't have, or even the needle that I have to use, I bought these doll needles. Well, actually, my husband again got them for me. And this is the largest one to use to sew my books with. So you can just take one of them that are sharp and poke through. But my hand won't let me do that, and just poke through to make your holes. So what I'm gonna do, hold on one second, guys. I have an alarm going off. There we go. Okay. I know you can't see, but I can see it in my monitor. All right, and my 1/8 of an inch, it comes out here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my book, I'm gonna kind of find the middle, up and down, and left and right with it, and just punch a hole. And then I'm gonna go maybe 3/4 of an inch from the top and the bottom, and make other holes. This is just a really quick binding that I actually learned from Jennifer and a couple other people that I follow. Yeah, let's put holes in both of them. I was actually going to put one together beforehand, and I just decided not to. Okay. Again, line it up on the bottom or top. Put my clips on. And let's see, I'm going to try to do all three. Like, here's my about 3/4 from the bottom. My middle, and again it doesn't, okay, it won't. And then again, my top. Again, apparently doesn't have to be perfect because my middle hole is way off, but it doesn't really matter. It's just a little tablet so that you can, I figured you can either put, like sizes and all that kind of information here or something. It's whatever you need to use them for. So I'm going to use, because I cannot find my twine, I'm going to use green ribbon on one and red on the other to bind these. So, and the best thing about these needles, they have like these huge eyes on them. So that makes it awesome. I'm going to keep the, whoop, all right. My dog just ran. I almost hit him with this. I'm going to keep this attached. I'm going to go down through the middle. Okay. I'm going to come up one end like this. And again, you're going to try to keep it straight. I mean, you can straighten it out after the fact before you tie anything off. Then I take this, oops, sorry guys, did not mean to do that, across and go down the top, pull it through, and then go in the middle again. But what you want to do is when you come up the middle, you want to make sure that, let me try this here, here we go, that one piece of your ribbon is on this side and one piece is on this side, okay? So you'll get a good secure tie there. Okay. You know, I don't like twisted ribbon, and it's twisting to me everywhere. There we go. That looks good. Okay. Now I'm just going to, I don't even need that much on there. Nah. I'm going to cut this off. I'm going to pull that nice and taut so it's, not so it buckles, but I'm just going to tie like a knot there. I'm going to pull it the other way. And I'm going to tie another knot. There. And you can put a bow. You can leave the knot. You can cut everything off. Whatever you would like to do. But you can even, I guess you could wrap around again and probably tie on the outside too. But I am going to cut one off. And this one I'm going to cut like right there. Okay, so there's one booklet. Let me show you one more time because it's, like I said, it's really, really simple. This is just a basic, I know there's a lot more intense binding methods out there, but this is just a really easy one. Just to get everything connected. So just pull a little bit of ribbon. And again, take your ginormous size needle. Okay. And again, we're coming up the middle. Okay. Up the middle. Right? Yeah. Now, wait a minute. You know, okay, hold on. Hold the phone, peeps. Hold the phone. Okay. I was thinking of something else. I was thinking of actually binding a traveler's notebook. Okay. We're going to go down the middle, come up an end. Okay. Let me try to straighten that up now. There we go. Okay. Then we're going to take this all the way down the bottom. Making sure it stays straight. So it's easier with twine because it doesn't really matter. But I have some red for Christmas. I just do not know where it is. Okay, and again, now this piece is over here. So I'm going to come up through the middle again. And I'm going to make sure I'm on the opposite side of my middle piece there, like that. Take that off. I'm going to pull, not so I buckle anything, but just so it's nice and snug. And I'm going to tie. And pull the other way. And then tie another knot. There we go. And then, okay. So there, but you see papers hanging out, which is fine. Now we're going to take care of all of our trimming and get those pieces off. I'm at 44 minutes. I was trying to do a quicker one for y'all, but you know, I'm not going to worry about the top and bottom because it's only a little bit. I'm more concerned with getting my sides kind of even. So I'm going to fold it and I'm going to make sure that I'm nice and flat here. Well, let me come back a little bit more. So my ruler can get in there. And again, I'm just going to make sure that they're nice and flat. I can do that one in a second. Let me get my, here. I have another mat. For my mat, this one, for some reason it's supposed to be self-healing, but the lines don't go away, so I'm trying to use a different one that I know is going to work. All right, so I'm gonna do is get my, that's a Total Control knife from Cricut. Let me move these, I'm gonna move these down just a little bit more so my ruler fits in there. And this ruler is from my sweet Petunia, who makes the Misty stamping tool. And the set, there's 2 rulers in this set, and they're pretty awesome, actually. They're comparable to the Tim Holtz one, which, again, something I don't have, and I would really like to have a Tim Holtz to compare. And we'll see. Okay, I'm just going to line up. Actually, I made this. That's the bottom, isn't it? It doesn't really matter. We'll line it up this way, since I made that little nub. I had it coming out the bottom. I'll just turn it over that way. And if you, when you're cutting something like this, if you just go nice and slow and not try to cut through everything, although mine is going crooked, I can see, you usually get a cleaner cut than if you try to push through everything. And this is the one problem the problem I have with this ruler. Now, I've heard that the Tim Holtz has a metal edge. This does not. And for some reason, quite often I actually end up cutting into my ruler. And so my edges are not squared on there anymore, really. But I'm hoping, like I said, to get a Tim Holtz to try and see if I like it any better. So I'm not getting a really good edge, but it's close. And then you can also just take your scissors and trim up what has decided to be fidgety. Just trim those extra little edges there. You know what? Good enough for me. How's that? I'm going to do the second one off camera. There's no, it's just cutting the edges. But then we take this little part. Now what we can do is to make them happy, make it a happy project. Let me get this all off to the side here, out of the way a bit. Okay, move those over. There we go. On each one of the books, I'm going to put some stickers. Let's see. I'm going to put, we have Santa on a sleigh. Let's see, will it fit on this one? It will. We'll do him on here. Down here. And let's see. Oh, that's cute. Then I got this little plaid ho 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 to put above him. Okay, there's that, which can go right in here. And then we have our second book, which I will trim off. Is it off? Let me cut a little bit of it out now. But I will do more of this. Get it nice and squared up off camera. And on this one, let's see, we can put a little snowman. I love this because it's like the nostalgic looking snowman. The old, I like that. The old-fashioned snowman. There's that. Those. Let's see. Then, and you can also on the tablet, if it's a gift for someone, you can actually go through and stamp on a few of the pages with some Christmas images. That'd be really, really cute. Let's see, on our pockets here, on that one, I'm going to put, I'm so indecisive right now. I'll put the big candy cane on this one, like that. And then on the green one in the front, I think I'm going to put, because this is so cute, this little red car with a tree. We'll put that there. And maybe, I think Merry Christmas is probably too big for, yeah, I think it's a little, well, maybe I can make it fit. Nah, well, that's a little too big for that area. Let's see. We can put Santa. Maybe, nah, maybe not. Oh, I'm so indecisive, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Let's see. You know what? We are just gonna put a cute little Santa with the toy sack. We'll put him down there. That's all it really needs. It doesn't need a whole lot more, but that is our project. And I hope that you will go on to Jennifer's Facebook group and download this project, and then go to my Facebook group, make one, and go ahead and post what you made. So I hope you like it, and I will be seeing you guys next week. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.